Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the 52 Cards channel. My name is Assad, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to memorize the entire order of a deck of cards. Well, I guess I should say that differently. I'm going to show you how to create the illusion that you're memorizing the order of a deck of cards. Now, it is actually possible to memorize the order of every single card in a deck. There are people who can do it. It's very advanced. They use a variety of memory techniques, but that takes a very long time to learn how to do. I'm going to show you how to do it very easily. It requires no skill at all. All it requires is a marked deck. Okay, so in this case, we're going to be using the Mint deck and the Mint marking system, but you can do this with any marked deck. A few videos ago, I showed you how the Mint marking system works and kind of the general concept behind marked decks as a whole. So I'll link you to that video on the screen and in the description box down below if you want to check that out. And I mentioned I was going to show you some really great applications for a marked deck, and this happens to be one of my favorite applications of them all. You know, I love the fact that this kind of transcends beyond just a regular card trick. It becomes kind of just a demonstration of human potential, and I like that a lot. Okay, before I get into the explanation for this, just a quick reminder, there's 2 days left in the Mint 2 Kickstarter campaign. So we're almost all wrapped up with the project. It's been an incredible ride. This last, 30 some days has been quite an adventure for me, and hectic and extremely busy. I'm excited to wrap up the project and get started on producing these decks of cards. Thank you once again to everyone who supported the project. If you would like to join and become a backer, there's 2 days left to do so. So I'll drop a link for that as well in the description box down below. There's some nice perks for those of you who are supporting the project on Kickstarter. There's a Kickstarter exclusive deck. You guys are getting the decks cheaper, and you'll be getting them first. So now's the time to back the project if you're interested. Okay, there's just a little bit of time left. That being said, let me get into how this works, how you can demonstrate a superhuman memory power. I actually made a video covering this back when Mint 1 was released. I never published that video to the channel. It was just kind of exclusive for the backers, but I'm going to play that video for you now just so you can get an understanding of exactly how this works. There's no skill required. It's super simple, but I'm going to show you some presentational ideas and just some sound bites that you can use when performing this effect. One really great application for the marking system is that it allows you to do a strong memory demonstration. So using the Mint deck, you can create the illusion that you have a superhuman power memory. All right, and the method is so simple. It's pure acting, and I would advise you do this in a way that's congruent with your character. So let me just give you the general concept of how it would work and some ideas that you can use, but make this your own and present it in a way that suits you. So you have the deck handed out to the spectator. Ask them to shuffle it up as much as possible. Make sure that the cards are completely mixed. And then when they're satisfied, you would take the deck back from them and you would say something like, all right, check this out. I've been working on my memory. Say whatever you want, say something that makes sense for you to say. But essentially you would spread through the cards face up, and then you're gonna tell them that you're gonna go through the process of actually memorizing the position of every single card in the deck. And so this is pure acting at this point. You want to act like you're really focusing, really concentrating on the cards. Take some time, not too long obviously, but you want to take some time. You want to make it believable, okay? And you could say that you're not really consciously memorizing the position of every card. It's more of a subconscious thing. You're creating photographic images in your mind that you'll be able to recall later. Say whatever you want as long as it suits you. All right. Once you're done with that process, you say, okay, let's see if I got it. Turn the deck face down, and literally all you're going to do now is read the markings of the cards as you reveal them. Okay, so you want to just use a bit of acting here. I'll give you a few tips. Obviously you don't want to make it look too easy because then it's not as believable. You may want to make the first few really easy because, those are the first few that you memorize technically. So you can go through those really fast. But then, you want to pretend to struggle at certain points. You may want to get a few cards wrong. This goes along the lines of, in Magic, there's something known as the too perfect theory. And that's when if a trick is too perfect or it's like too good, then it almost becomes weaker because it's less believable, and, the spectator will suspect that there's some kind of trickery going on. But if you intentionally mess up a few times here, then the idea of you actually memorizing the position of all the cards becomes more believable and stronger. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you would literally just go through the cards. The first few might be easy, you'd be like 5 of clubs, no problem, 9 of spades, and then, you know, at certain points you're gonna start to think, you're like, maybe I think it was this or this. It was either like the ace of clubs or the ace of diamonds. I can't remember. I think it was the ace of diamonds. Yes, the ace of diamonds. But just do it, you know, make sure you're congruent, make sure you do it in a way that is consistent with your personality. And this can be really powerful. Now, obviously, you may not want to run through the entire deck of cards because that's a long trick. But, you know, maybe you do 10 cards, and after a while, you're like, let's see if I remember any cards from, you know, the bottom of the deck. Go ahead and cut off any number of cards. All right, then let's say they do that. And then you say, okay, let me know what the next card is. They say it's the 5 of hearts, and you're like, okay, I think I remember. I think the next card after the 5 of hearts, it was the king of spades, I think. Yes, and then you continue, go on, and you can finish off the remaining cards. But this is a very flexible demonstration. You can do it literally however you want, but it's a beautiful method for demonstrating powerful memory using a marking system. And you know, you have a reason for looking at the cards, you know, so you don't have to, obviously you don't want to stare at you know, the back of the card for too long or in an obvious way, but in the act of, you know, pretending to remember, you are justified in looking at the top of the deck. Okay, so play around with that idea. Here's one other memory idea, actually. Instead of doing it like that, where, you know, you're like, hey, look, I'm gonna memorize the position of every card in the deck. Instead, you can say, you know, I'm gonna look at all the cards. What I want you to do here is remove any card at random. Don't let me see what it is. And now, using my memory, I'm gonna look through all of the remaining cards and see which one is missing. That's a cool demonstration as well. That you just have to read the card that they take out, and then the rest is acting as well. So there are some ideas for you to play around with, and just a really great application for a marking system. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that clip and that application for a marking system. I'll show you some more applications for a marking system in later videos, but that's all for now. Once again, if you would like to join the Mints2 playing card project, there's about 2 days left remaining in the campaign, so there'll be a link in the description box down below for that. But until next time, hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.